Hello Animal Crossing enthusiasts, and welcome to the video on how to get a 5-star island with the power of the flower. In this video you can expect 4 different parts, like how much do I need to get a 5-star island, how the flower strategy is really good to make progress early on, other tips and tricks that are useful, and lastly a tour of the island. Bramski here from the future. I've decided to incorporate the tour into the video to save you guys some time. You're welcome. Anyway, let's get back to the video. If you want to see a certain part immediately, you can click the timestamps in the description down below. But before we start the video, please note that every number you see in this video is based on my island and the research I did for making this video. If you have, for example, more items on your island than I do, it's possible that you need less flowers, fences or something else. So please take the numbers you'll see with a grain of salt. The reason why I've put them in the video is to give you an idea how much you need to get a 5-star rating. With that out of the way, let's start to break down how your island gets rated. Isabelle rates your island on 2 main pillars: development and appealing scenery. I will show both my results and the recommended amount you need to get a 5-star rating. Okay, let's start with development, because it's the most straightforward category. First of all, you need to unlock the resident services because you need Isabelle to rate the island. The next things you need to invest in are shops and facilities. You need all 4 of them and upgrade them to the max level. This includes Nook's Cranny, the museum, the campsite and the tailor shop. In my town I got 10 villagers, but you only need 7 to get to the 5-star rating. And lastly, I've built 4 bridges and 3 inclines. It's recommended that you build between 5 and 10 of these projects because when villagers can travel further on the island, it will increase your rating. When it comes down to appealing scenery, the game starts to become a lot more difficult. I got 158 items on my island. When I did my research, I found out that the recommended amount is 155 items, but this category is split up in more parts. 70 items need to be DIY furniture, 20 items need to be bought with Nook Miles, and the last 65 items need to come from Nook's Cranny. From time to time, Isabelle says that you need to get more fences on your island. I placed 448 fences on my island, but the recommended amount that I found online is 250, a major difference in comparison to my results. The amount of trees you need isn't that important because you have a maximum of 220 trees you can plant on your island before you lose points. In case you don't know, Isabelle will tell you if you have too many trees on your island. Lastly, flowers and scrubs. I didn't count my flowers on my island because around 60 up to 75% of my island is covered in flowers. You need to be crazy to count them. Anyway, the recommended amount is 250 flowers. In my opinion, that seems a little too small. I would say with my strategy you need at least 500 flowers. Speaking of flower strategy, I'll explain how flowers are one of the easiest and fastest ways to improve your star rating from 1 star to 4 stars. It's a simple reason, they are just easy to obtain. On top of that, the game gives you 1 point for every flower that is fully grown. In comparison to trees, flowers are way more efficient because they generate 9 points. The tree only gives 1 point for the same amount of space, and trees are also limited. So how do you obtain your flowers? For example, you can go on a trip to a deserted island to collect every flower that fits in your pocket. I advise that you buy the inventory upgrades from the Nook Stop, so you could carry more flowers. But if you don't have a lot of Nook Miles, buy flowers in the shop. If you have red roses available, consider buying those because these can make black flowers. If you have more black flowers ready when you get the golden can, you have a higher chance to get golden roses. So how do I design my flowers more efficient to create new ones faster? When you plant flowers, please plant them 1 space between each other. When a rainy day comes along, the flowers have a chance to multiply themselves and spawn new flowers next to them. This will create even more flowers and you don't have to do anything. Personally, the flower method worked really well for me until I reached the 4-star rating. I think I exhausted this strategy because I reached my flower limit. If you haven't planted a ton of flowers before you got your 4-star rating, I would advise that you plant flowers everywhere. But if you, like me, exhausted this strategy, then placing more items is the right thing to do. Let's talk general tips and tricks. Frequently check on Isabelle because she says what you need to do next. Remove weeds and items on the ground. Place furniture all over your island. The game prefers new stuff over the things you already placed on your island. Essentially, you need variety. Go to other islands to buy more furniture. Use your materials to make more DIY furniture. Expensive items don't increase your rating faster. Plant non-native fruit trees on your island to make bells faster so you can invest them back in your projects. And lastly, furniture placement doesn't really matter. I'm not 100% positive on this because only one of my sources states this, but apparently if you place more than 8 pieces of furniture close together, you won't get the message from Isabelle that there is too much clutter on your island. Maybe clutter only counts for items that are laying around on your island. If somebody has a clear answer to this topic, please leave your comment down below. And if you want to find more tips and tricks, please read the articles that I linked in the description. That's it for me today. If you wonder how I counted all those items, here is your answer. Yes, you just need a pen and paper, and a couple of hours to make this art dough. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you like this content, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell button, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye bye! Very serious moment. That's hilarious.
No.
That's hilarious. I'm looking at my sword. That's hilarious.
No, but I was looking at them and I was wondering if anybody in this game had thick eyebrows.
What? Thick eyebrows.